For years, Anna has searched for answers to her troubling symptoms. Unfortunately, she experienced a misdiagnosis that, when corrected, raised more questions than answers. This is her Chiari story.
When I was 41, I had been going to the doctor for about 5 years for continuing shoulder and neck pain. Um, Really bad right shoulder and neck pain. And the doctor at the time, he had sent me for an MRI and he told me that it was my diabetes. He told me it was diabetic neuropathy. 6 months later, I went to a neurologist because I was developing tremors and tics and like twitches. And they thought I had MS. They did another MRI, and that radiologist found my Chiari. He went back and looked at that MRI from 6 months prior, and the Chiari was very visible on that MRI as well. So they just missed it. They didn't see it. The neurologist, he said, we don't deal with that here at this office. You don't have MS. We're glad you don't have MS. We don't deal with that here. You need to see a neurosurgeon. Um, Go see your primary. That was basically all I got from them. Um, no follow up, no nothing. That was over a phone call. They didn't tell me what Chiari was. They didn't tell me who to go see. I did all the research I possibly could. And I did one of those things where you think, okay, well, it says this on the report. Is that accurate? Am I being dramatic? Like, could that mean something else? Like, is there another way to phrase that? Like, there's no way. I had already told my kids it couldn't possibly be that bad. We ruled out all the cancer and scary stuff. There's no way there could be anything this bad on a scan. And now my brain's falling out of my skull. Conquer Chiari was actually one of the very first organizations I found um, when I was doing research right away. You guys were one of the first places that popped up. It was some of the first credible research that I found about the condition and was one of the first places that I knew that I wasn't actually completely alone.
Being involved as an organizer in the Conquer Chiari Walk Across America is invaluable to Anna. Not only is fundraising to support research, education, and awareness efforts important to her, but she is also devoted to unifying the Chiari community.
One of the first things when I was diagnosed that was important to me was to actually get involved with a walk. And I didn't have the opportunity to do that when I was in Connecticut. Everything was moving really fast. I was moving really fast. We were trying to get out of Connecticut. So when I got to Michigan, this very first year, it happened to be that the organizer was retiring. And I got the opportunity to take over the walk here in Shelby Township. The only thing I can say, whether you're going to attend a walk, organize a walk, participate in a walk in any way, shape, or form, if you have Chiari, is to go and do it. It is the most supportive and amazing thing I think I've ever done in my life. And yes, I'm going to sit here and get teary because it was in that moment that I realized I could take back power that Chiari has taken from me. And it gave me the ability to speak up for so many people and bring awareness to a condition that so many people don't know about that deserves to be heard, to be learned about. I think so many of us with Chiari, we feel alone. I mean, there's what, 300,000 of us approximately that are diagnosed in the United States. Um, it's not a lot of people. That's really not a lot. So I think it's important for us to get together whenever we can and to celebrate each other and our families and to make a difference wherever we can for Chiari.
Anna is passionate about ensuring that others feel supported and included. As we continue to fight for answers, it is equally important to lift one another up in the process.
No matter what situation you're in, no matter what your diagnosis, no matter what your comorbidities, no matter what is thrown your way, you have to pick yourself up every day, keep fighting, know your own body. We roll with the bad days so that we can celebrate the good days and we just keep going. And eventually it's going to get better.